Sam Sims here today. We are building again. We brought back builds instead of just having those episodes of Wheel because it's the first week of the month. And we are doing this because we have fun with it. And we are, well, first Tuesday of the month. I said that wrong earlier. But next week will be a wheel spin. But today we are doing, it was going to be a $10,000 house. We ended up going with $15,000 because it was hard to furnish with 10,000. Yawning. Sorry, I just barely woke up. I had to go to school and then I played on my phone for a little bit and then decided to actually edit. That's how my day goes. I finally decide to edit now. But yeah, having fun doing voiceovers and having fun just doing Sims today. We are just casually hanging out today at my house. So this one I might actually talk the whole time because this is a very interesting build and it has so many parts to it that it kind of understands why it took more than what it was supposed to be. Don't mind the roofing. We always do crazy roofing and it's kind of like the other roofs, which I kind of like. It's cool when you match the aesthetic of the world. When you match like the household built in that world and other stuff like that. And it's so interesting to see how it does. And it's so interesting to see how... my jaw just cracked. It's so interesting to see how you can match up to the world and create builds that kind of look more like that world than not like it. And you can just like match it up the best you can, or you can do something totally different. Like, that's why I don't really like Newcrest. Okay, Newcrest is okay. But you gotta like match, you have nothing to match up with. You can make your own world and you have to design the aesthetics of it. You have to do different things to it and it's just annoying. And it's like, you're like, what do I do in this world? Like, what do I build in this world to make it cool? That's why sometimes it's like my favorite thing to do is like go to Newcrest, go on the gallery just to see what's on the gallery. And then, I don't know, there's a long pause here. I'm trying to figure out windows. But, like go on the gallery, see what builds there are, and place them in there and see if I can make a world that kind of matches up. And it looks amazing, so I think I forgot to cut out this part because I was being dumb. But Newcrest is kind of like a world where you have to like full on do different things to make it where it's perfect, and it's just different because you have to do all these certain things to do, and then like a world that you don't really know what you're matching to is kind of hard for me because you're like, oh, what's the aesthetic of this house? What are we gonna do in this house? And your world just looks so not clean, and it's just weird. To where you're just like, oh, I can't figure out what to do here. That's why, like, the other ones, you got the style house that we're doing now, which is kind of like different and cool. You got that kind of house, you got other kinds of houses in other worlds, and you can just match it up with that. And like the different kind of houses kind of like makes it look like one in place. I think, no, not Newcrest. Willow Creek is based off New Orleans, which is kind of cool when you think about it. You're like, oh yeah, that you kind of see that, and you just go into the world and you see all these different places and understanding of things, and it's so pretty to see all the different worlds, and you're just questioning. In Newcrest, you're like, oh, what am I gonna build here? Like, yeah, you can, yeah, it's like a whole new world. You can create your own, but I feel like for people that are like basing off what their house is gonna look like based on what the houses of that world looks like, it's kind of hard for them because you can't really see what those houses are mainly like. yeah, it's kind of more like if you do that, you're like, oh, yeah, I can base it off this or that. It's kind of different. And yeah, it's a good thing for some builders because they do know how to build like that. They do. Oh yeah, that's when we realized the money would not be enough. And then we have more money. That's why I did a fade in real quick, or whatever that's called. But you kind of see how something can affect so much. Like, yeah, builders that are really good can make a house, like make a neighborhood that's designed by one thing. But some builders can't do that. Some builders have difficulties doing that. And some just build random things in Newcrest. That is how it is. I'm yawning so much, I'm sorry. But you get to see how different builders get to react to things. Maybe different builders rebuild houses in one neighborhood, or new builders just go to Newcrest and build whatever neighborhood they want. Or they go and do apartments and you just see different builders. Some builders can actually do all of them to where it's like, oh yeah, you can do that. To where they don't bulldoze the lot, they use the lot that's already there and just expand on it. Or they go into apartments and do that. Or they really just go to Newcrest and start over. Start new. Or they bulldoze lots just to have that space. So it's kind of different and kind of new. That's why it's kind of fun on YouTube to see what type of builders there are. So it's like, oh yeah, you're that type of builder. Or builders that are just like more advanced and you just see differences in buildings. And you can see their own personal touches on them. And it's just fun to watch builders build stuff. Build their builds. But it's because you really see what type of buildings they do, what style of buildings they try and do. And it's just amazing to see how much someone knows or how much they do, like different little details. And you get to see like their main style houses. And it's all different. And you can see the differences in some of them. It's really fun to see the differences. Like, my favorite things to watch are, like, them making those big neighborhoods, because it's like, oh, you can do that. That's cool in one lot, a neighborhood. And community lots, you get to see the different type of community lots people make. And it's just fun for me to see what they can make and how they make it. Like, you get to see what, not their thought process, but you get to see, like, ideas and thought process would be too much because their thought process is in their head still. Unless they explain their thought process, then you get to know it. Which is kind of cool when they do voiceovers and mainly do thoughts. I know most of my videos I do not do my thought process when doing cast or build. But that's because I don't really, I get off topic very easily. But I might have to do my intro now, outro. Thank you all for watching. I hope you like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and comment. I hope you're having a good day. Had a good day depending on where you are. And I'll see you all in my next video. And this video was fun to make and record and voiceover. So I will see you all and have fun. Bye.